I'm Chris Driver, and this is my testimony. Growing up in the culture I was in, alcohol and drugs were pretty much a regular basis in my home. So I started using pretty early, started drinking, smoking marijuana, taking pills probably around the age of 16, 17. This continued all the way up until my late 40s. I never felt like that I had a problem, because I was married, I was raising my kids, worked every day, paid my bills. Then one Sunday morning, I just poured me a glass of vodka with a splash of orange juice, and my daughter was watching cartoons, and I said, "I love you, baby." And she's kind of shrugged and said, "I love you too, Dad." And I said, "Well, why did you say it like that?" And she said, "Oh, no, no reason." And I said, "No, tell me, because I want my kids to be able to tell me anything." And she said, "Well, Dad, if I do, I'm just afraid you're going to get mad." And I said, "Sweetheart, I won't get mad." And she said, "Well, Dad, if you were to die today, I wouldn't know what it's like to have a real dad." And I said, "Well, honey, why are you saying that?" And she said, "Well, because, you're drunk all the time." And, so at that point in time, I realized that I actually do have a problem, that I wasn't just hurting myself, that it was really affecting my family. And that's one of the worst things that you can hear from, one of your children. I went and poured out my vodka, poured out all my Xanax, made an effort to quit drinking that day. This was on a Sunday. And by that Wednesday, I was in the ER. I was in full-blown DTs, withdrawal. Actually had to be put into a medically induced coma and intubated. 73% of the people that go through what I went through, as bad as I was, don't make it. And I always thought to myself, I'll never be one of these guys that are in rehab or, doing all that crap. And, I decided to change my life. And I come to Seven Springs, Word Alive, got in the book, met some good friends, good staff. And every day was a struggle. It's hard. It really is. But I stayed committed to it. And, now I have my family back, respect for my children, my wife. And the most important thing is I respect myself now. I can actually look people in the eyes and not feel ashamed of what I may have done the night before or the day before. For what little bit we give to be here, I promise you that they give so much more. I mean, you can't put a price on what this place has done for me and for my family and for my life. A lot of people say, "Oh man, this is just a business," they're just worried about, the business end of it. They don't really care. I say, well, you're right about one thing. It is a business, but they do care, and they're in the business of saving lives and restoring your life. And if you'll just sit back and let this program work for you, it'll happen. Since I've been here, I've had court cases dismissed because of my progress in the rehab. I'm about to graduate, and I get to go home a free man to my family and the man that they always knew that I could be. If you're out there struggling with drugs, alcohol, whatever your DOC is, don't feel like you're less of a person or a man or woman, to ask for help. It's okay. I know that's hard to do sometimes, but I promise you it's worth every bit of it.